the father of the young girl, Bridget James, rest in peace to Bridget James and condolences to the family. And he was saying after that, had he known about the relationship between his daughter and this young man, he would have stopped it. Now, obviously, everybody say, oh, you can't pass stopped it, blah, 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 the case may be, right? I didn't want to debate that too much. You being a father of a daughter who is approaching that age, starting to be attracted to boys being attracted to her. How do you deal with a situation like that? When a fella who you would think is not the type of fella your daughter should be with come around.
How I would deal with it is I will still try to advise, but I'll be honest with you. I will feel as if at that stage it don't make
Too
no
late.
sense.
You feel from before.
No. I don't think I fail. I don't. That's the thing. I don't. People are who they are. Humans are humans. I mean, I listen. I never presented myself as that kind of individual. I never brought those types of individuals around my daughter to say, well, I kind of glorify the lifestyle in front of her. So I would not have done anything in my mind that would lead her to be attracted to such an individual. What the only thing I would hope would be like, if I think if physical safety is in danger, I'll I'll try to impress upon you. Listen, I'm not telling you who to like, because you can't tell somebody who to like. You can't, no matter what you can't tell somebody what type of individual to be interested in. And when people are when somebody's young and wants to do something, they make all sorts of justifications in their brain. But all I would hope is that, all right, a man who's play rude boy thing, or who have a look that I don't like, or is one thing, but being around a man who could bring danger to you, like you have enemies who would go to great lengths to wipe him out and use line with him all the time. You should have more sense than that. But to just generally be, to be attracted to the kind of guy, I don't think you could stop that.
You reach a point, did she liking this person? This person clearly are enemies, and this person, trying to talk for the enemies on social media. This person, right? What do you do at that point?
What I could do? What can I do? I mean, if she's living at home still, I could try my best. But as I say, when a child is determined, they go leave to go to work or leave to go to school.
But do you keep them in your home? I mean, obviously not at this age you're talking about, right? You're talking about there's a 19, 20, 21-year-old child.
The solution would not be to lock you inside. I can't.
No, not lock you inside. I was saying, would you say, well, if you had to be with this man, I think you need to move out. You and that man need to live all the weird life forever.
No, I wouldn't do that. Especially if I'm concerned for your safety, that just makes it worse. You know what I mean? Because I always want to leave the communication lines open so that, because in my mind, I'll be honest, let's be real, them kind of relationship with them kind of clowns will last, right? So hopefully you see the light fast, or he horn you and you get vexed and you come back home, right? And if you leave and if you're home, then then it's even easier. I wouldn't welcome the person in my house. Or I might even say,
so that might be the stance you take. Well, that person can't come here.
Or you know what I might actually do? I might do the converse, because again, if it's your safety, I might be endangering everybody in the house. Because I was going to say, well, if it makes sense for I rather when all you're interacting, it be in a safe space or around me, so I could be more comfortable with what's going on. But then if you have real enemies, it might be. So yes, it might be he can't come here, right? But no, I had too much sense to try to keep a young person away from somebody that they're enamored with, infatuated with, I should say, at that stage in their life, 19, 20. Nah, bro. You tell she don't go, she'll go to work, and after work, where you know what I mean? So, I know you was telling me you feel it different, you feel if you talk to somebody, I listen, I don't know about them particular situations. I don't know the individuals that you would have been dealing with. But I know, me as a youth man, I don't think if I was infatuated with somebody, that there was anything you could have tell me as a parent that would have make me be like I'll actually, no, I might duck and bob and weave and hide, but if I enter you, then I don't see how somebody could make me not do that at that age I talking about.
Right. I think fear for your life situation might be one thing. No, because for instance, you have situations where if a man might have two children, or whatever, maybe young man had two children young, and the daughter like him, the mother mightn't like that because he had two children, or the girl have a child and the mother or the son with that girl because she too old or she, you understand?
Yeah.
Them things, I mean, I could understand. I would probably have the conversation with you about how complicated that could get.
Yeah.
All right. But once it comes to safety and them kind of thing, I think like for me, I will want to detach as fast as possible, because if they had a shoot behind you and your man or whatever the case may be, I don't know part now. When you there, I don't want to come and identify a body. I don't know part. I block off. I lock off. I don't know part of burying you. I don't know part of nothing. I let you know, Dan, that shit, that person, so. And yeah, you should lock it off. You don't want to lock it off, then remove yourself from these quarters. That's how I would do it. That's me.
Well, I understand, but neither one of them solves the problem.
Yeah.
So it's I guess is what they get is up to what people feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
What degree they feel comfortable with.
But to be fair, I don't have any biological children. So because I don't have any biological children, it might be much different for me than.
Well, you see, my thing is always I might have a overly strategic mind in the sense that maybe I think about things too. I think I try to achieve an outcome in everything, right? In everything I'm focused on, this is the outcome I'm trying to get. So my thing is, if the outcome I'm trying to get is your physical safety, right? I worried about your safety, and so for me, I would feel like I would be putting you in more risk or at more risk if I completely turn my back on you, because now when things with you and he start to flounder, you might find it harder now to come back here.
No, I would tell it. That's the thing with me. I would tell it, once you and he not paying, that's fine. I'm not vexed with you and hate, But you see, that discomfort I had to live with every day because you're with him. I prefer not to live with that discomfort.
Well, the thing is, the discomfort would be there whether she there or not. I mean, I can't compartmentalize it. Like, once you're not here, then then whatever happens to you, it doesn't matter. You could pretend, but I don't know if for you, but for me, I'd be pretending that I don't care, but I would care. So it wouldn't make a difference whether you're in my presence or not, right? And like I say, in terms of physical safety, I think I do bring that man here because, in the case of my bigger daughter, you have younger siblings, you have your mother and me that you're putting at risk. So don't be on that shit, right? So. You didn't want to done it, no problem. Just he can't come here. Don't bring him here, right? So wherever they're going to meet, or they go and meet. But as I say, I would want to keep the lines of communication open so that if things falter, you wouldn't feel a how. You wouldn't hesitate to, because ultimately that's what I want you to do. I want things to falter, when it's clung to done, for you to come and for we to be rid of that. But I fear that if the nicest thing, that's what I say, from the time it happened, you just kind of feel like, well, there's nothing you can do now, because that wouldn't be the last one. It wouldn't be like, all right, well, because especially if it didn't happen that they come and they shoot behind him and you get away, right? That might wake you up like, nah, boy, wrong there, man. But if it just done because he horny or something like that, then he'll probably go back looking for the next one of them. Because let's be honest, somebody who will be attracted, it's just hardly ever one off.
Right.
It had to be like, that is your personality. You know what I mean? That is just what attracts you. You're just one of them girls that like Batman. Right? And to be fair, I don't think there's much they could do for that, and I don't think there's much you could do for that. Meaning, as a parent.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. And if that is what is, spark the interest, I don't think I would have to deal with that with my daughter. So far, the kind of homeboys, thus far, I ain't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? And they don't have that personality. But the younger one, I don't know what you know, she still has a lot of growing to do. She ain't hit teenage years yet. But she doesn't, because these are children that just get vexed when I play dancehall music around them. My son I remember once my son say, he was much younger. I think he was like I was 6 or 7 or something like that. He's like, Daddy, I thought he was a businessman. We didn't listen to them too. And by businessman, he just meant as our only time when I was going to work in a shirt and a pants. You know what I mean? So he thinking, I thought he's a businessman. What are you doing listening to that? Because in his mind, only a certain kind of character.
There's this and that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how they are. That's how all of them are. I guess thankfully to some extent. So I really doubt it. But I know that if that is what they were to be, I don't think there's much you could do for that. Especially when it comes to like female attraction. You could probably talk a boy or a young man out of being around negative influences with women. You could kind of talk a boy out of that, but you can't talk a girl out of that, dog. If a girl like...
Because feelings, emotions, a million.
Yeah, if this is what has float her boat, dog, you could take the waste of time, you bring it on your life, blah, 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 blah. It wouldn't make an ounce of difference. If that she don't like man who is wear shirt. Why look this fella here? He graduated from university, going to school. He could look like Morris Chestnut or Boris Cujo or Brad Pitt. It don't matter. That is not what floating she bought. She want a man. She want the long chain. She want the sagging pants. She want the natty hair. She want the nashy look or whatever. That is what she want. I just think there's something in them that you can't weed out.
Well, boy, I just hope we don't have to ever deal with any situation like that in any form, the individuals or the outcome. I mean, really hope and pray that we don't have to deal with.
But the other side is the other side of the coin though, is now you don't want them with a completely soft man.
That can protect them.
That can't protect them from nothing.
Well, I guess especially when in a society like this.
Yeah. But I mean, again, but come on to think of it, it might actually be better to have a soft man in this time, and because nobody coming to fight with fists now, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
if he could back down and
if he might come out alive as opposed to if he has some aggression in him.
And a man give him a badge and he cuss him and the man out with it.
You know what I mean? Or somebody start to interfere with you and it could probably end if you just turn the next cheek, but he don't take no form about it, and so he respond in a particular way, and it end up in a, because like we real, it's not no fighting. We're not living in no era where a man who could handle it with his fists, or who have, you know, a little reputation because he a little hot-headed, that is what saving you now. Now that getting in trouble. You know, now you go to Lime and somebody says some kind of off-key comment to you, you know, and instead of your man saying, hey, listen, let you ride out now, let you forget them fellas. He want to, who you talking to? And then get real wild after that. So it might be better to have a soft man, yes?
Yeah, in this young though. Try and come out of this freaking crime-ridden, gun-ridden,